crush Jack Daniels with me. Okay, those of you who have been to other story slams know that in real life I am a professional investigator. Now, I have two loves. One of them is golf, and the other is adultery. Now you have to think of it in terms of being a professional investigator. Other people's adultery, not my own. Okay? It has nothing to do with the 3 husbands I've had, honestly. Well, maybe. Okay, no, we were with them. Okay, so the deal is that I got a call from a woman in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Made up the town, don't want to screw it up, okay? And she said to me, I am really crushed. My husband wants to go to Palm Beach, Florida without me. He wants to go for a week. He refuses to let me go with him. And I say, I know what's going on. Anyhow, she gives me his flight schedule, and she says, can you find out what he's doing? Well, my thought is, yeah, Palm Beach, Florida. I get a free trip to Florida, it's the middle of the winter, and I can play golf when I'm done with the job. Okay, I'm a happy camper. This is really good. So I go to the airport trying to figure out how I'm going to find this guy and sit near him so I can figure out what he's doing and be behind him when he leaves. And as I get close to the counter where the people stand behind it, help you with your tickets, I see Barbie doll, and I get an idea. She is Barbie doll. She's got the curly hair, she's got the up-top boobs, she's really thin, she's got the little pretty things on her uniform that she doesn't need to have, like the actual little hearts, and her lipstick is really bright. And I walk up to her and I go, oh my God, I'm going to marry him. I'm going to marry him. And she looks at me like, really? Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. And I say, okay, and you have to help me. And she goes, how? Well, how am I going to help you get married? And I said, well, see, he proposed to me, and I said I would think about it. And now he's on his way to Florida, and I want to marry him so bad. You have to sit me next to him so I can propose to him and accept before we get to Florida. And she is so excited. She says, okay, give me a minute. And her 6-inch nails go doing this thing, and all of a sudden, I'm sitting next to him. And I'm pretty happy about that. Okay, because I've got 2.5 hours to figure out what he's doing. So I get on the plane and I sit down next to him, and we're both wearing white golf shirts, we're both wearing khaki pants, and we're both carrying Golf Digest. And I look over at him and I go, wow, we're like twins. And he says, oh my God, are you going down to play golf too? And I said, of course, what else would you do? And I say to him, where are you staying? And he tells me, and I go, small world, that's where I'm staying too, as I'm thinking, God, I hope they have a room. I mean, you know, seriously. Before we get off the plane, I know his schedule, I know where he's staying, I know that he's practicing because he thinks maybe there's a chance he can enter the seniors tournament and he can become a professional when he retires after age 50. And that sounds pretty good. And he's going down to have his golf swing analyzed by this world-famous golf professional. And he told his wife that she couldn't come, but he was going to surprise her when it was all over and say, honey, I'm retiring, we're moving to Florida, I'm going to become a golf professional, and she would be thrilled. So it sounded like a good story, but I still didn't believe it because people screw it. I didn't want to admit to it. So I sort of hung as close as I could, and since we were staying at the same hotel, I arranged to get in the same cab with him. After all, we were going to the same place. And we went to the hotel together, and of course, I don't have a reservation, but that's no big deal. So he goes to get, to go check in, and that's the moment that I lose my wallet, have to go through all of my stuff so that I'm behind him. And I register after he registers, and the bottom line to the story is really very simple. I know exactly what he did the entire week, because I did it with him. He played golf in the morning with the pro, he played golf in the afternoon with me. Every evening we had dinner together while he talked about his wife and kids. Yeah. Yeah, I was sort of crushed because she had no interest in me at all. And when it was all over with, he was kind of crushed too because the pro said to him, you know what, you're a good dentist, stay a dentist.